The decision to deploy Tomahawk missiles on German territory had been in the works for a long time and is fully consistent with the country's security strategy, Chancellor Olaf Scholz told the press. The agreement has become even more relevant amid Russia's full-scale war against Ukraine and the threats emanating from the Kremlin against NATO countries.
Russia has been massively disregarding all arms control agreements over the past few decades. We would all like to live in a world in which arms control is of great importance again. But now it is about ensuring our security, with the necessary deterrence to prevent war. Olaf Scholz, Chancellor of Germany, AFP agency quotes.
In response, dictator Putin said that after deploying Tomahawks in Germany, Russia would consider itself free from the moratorium on the deployment of strike weapons of various ranges, including in the coastal forces of the Navy. Putin's press secretary Dmitry Peskov went further and said that European capitals were thus becoming legitimate targets for Russian troops. The Kremlin also claims that the development of medium and shorter-range strike systems in Russia is already in the final stages.
Medium and shorter-range missiles are ground-based ballistic and cruise missiles capable of traveling distances of 500 to 5.5 sun kilometers and as a rule carrying a nuclear warhead. The mutual deployment of such missiles would essentially repeat the situation of the early 1980s, when American Pershing missiles were deployed in Germany, and the Soviet Union in turn threatened Western Europe with its medium-range missiles. From the material of Radio Liberty.
However, the Kremlin did not succeed in intimidating Berlin again. Chancellor Olaf Scholz offered Putin to end the war against Ukraine and withdraw his troops in exchange for not deploying Tomahawks in Germany. The German Foreign Ministry also expressed its commitment to deterring Russia.
Putin beschreibt ja nur, was er schon kann.
Putin is only describing what he can do already. His regime has been arming itself with nuclear weapons for years, has violated the Intermediate-Range Nuclear Forces Treaty, and is waging an aggressive war in Europe. And we must respond to this for the safety of all of us. To put it bluntly, we will not be intimidated by such statements. Our threat analysis has shown that missiles of this type, banned by the treaty, have long been developed and deployed. And what we are planning now is a response as a deterrent, so that the weapons are not used against Germany or other targets.
Let us remind you that back in 1987, the United States and the Soviet Union signed the Nuclear Forces Treaty. The document obliged both parties not to produce, test or deploy ground-based ballistic and cruise missiles of medium and short range. In 2019, Washington withdrew from the treaty, stating that Moscow had violated it by creating a ground-based cruise missile for the Iskander complex. Reported by Diana Kolesnik, Larissa Petruk, UATV News.